A warning for the farm economy. A new report says farm bankruptcies so far this year have already exceeded all of what were filed last year. The University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture looking into it. It says so far this year there have been 259 bankruptcy filings. Economists adding Arkansas makes up more than 25% of those Chapter 12 filings. Now in 2024, 216 farm bankruptcies were filed nationwide. Ryan Loy, an extension economist, saying, quote, "It's a clear sign that financial pressures that we saw before 2018 and 19 are kind of reemerging," end quote. Another economist saying a large part of the pressure is because commodity prices are back to those 2018-2019 levels and input costs are also higher. Better crop conditions and trade concerns continue to push corn and soybean prices down on Tuesday. AgDay's Michelle Rook is back to dive into the numbers for us in Markets Now.
Well, grains are lower on Tuesday with cattle up into contract highs. Brian Grady, a pro farmer, is joining us with analysis. Brian, let's talk about the grain trade. A couple of factors are pressuring the grains here. The funds are on the sell side, and of course, on the corn, it's about weather, ideal conditions, and maybe improving yields.
Absolutely. So we start July here, which is the most critical month weather-wise for the corn crop. 74% good to excellent according to USDA, highest that we've seen since 2018 for this time of year. And like you mentioned, the weather looks pretty darn ideal, not only now but out through at least the 10-day forecast period. And there just isn't anything for traders to get concerned about. On the flip side, because of those strong conditions and ideal weather. The yield estimates are rising, and so private forecasters are starting to increase those yields. And I think as we sit here in early July, it would be kind of a shock if we don't end up with a record yield. Now, with that said, there's still a lot of growing season left, but as we sit today, it looks like a record corn yield.
Right. And the fund's also selling because we have a lot of trade uncertainty right now, right?
Yeah, we don't need any more negatives for the marketplace right now, but that just trade uncertainty, what's going to happen? The can kind of keeps getting kicked down the road. Trump continues to extend his deadlines, and he wants to negotiate deals. Other countries are trying, but not getting them done by the deadlines, and so he extends the deadlines. And just the uncertainty, I think, is just hanging over the marketplace like a wet blanket.
Yeah, for sure. So cattle back up at a contract highs for both live and feeder cattle futures. Some of this has to do with how well the cash trade has performed, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So the cash has been down for 3 weeks in a row, but last week's average was only 8 cents lower. Given the futures performance this week, the fact that the Packer margins are now solidly in the black, we're probably looking at a situation where maybe it's steady at worst. And so the pullback in the cash market probably hasn't been as pronounced and as extended as what some feared. And that's starting to drive buyer interest in the futures as they narrow up those discounts to the cash.
Okay, hopefully they can keep going. Brian Grady with Pro Farmer will have more Ag Day coming up.